So this season we are working on our defensive zone faceoffs. We win a lot of our faceoffs and we do pretty well at that. But we do, even when we win, especially when we lose, we turn a lot of them over and we give up chances, we give up goals, we just don't get any offense out of one faceoffs, and we win over 50% of our draws overall. So we needed a better way to get us out of the zone and on offense. And it's a C beer league, so there really shouldn't be too much to it. So we were running a play where the D are responsible for their posts, obviously, and there's only one player who really has to make a read, and that's the outside winger. I guess limiting it to one player who has to think on any given play increases our chances of it working. And then obviously the inside winger is meant for his point no matter what, win or lose, and he's the breakout man. The main thing is just having the outside winger, if we win, get to the boards and get ready for a pass around the boards, rimmed around the boards. So it's not the easiest to catch, but if we mess up and we don't catch that pass, it gets out of the zone. So either way, we're not giving up chances on a one face-off anymore. And the best part is, as you'll see later on, that we actually won. We lost some draws, and we turned those into offensive chances because we were beating them to the puck that they had won. And there's a couple times we still have some things to clean up, but I think if we watch a little bit of the video and we can see where everyone should be, hopefully we clean that up and then we can try to win some more games. All right. Okay, so this is the first face-off we took in the defensive zone. We've got Andrew at center, Schaff at left wing, Dave and Joe on D, and the right wing out wide is Rob. So everyone's lined up correctly. Everyone knows their roles. So we lose this face-off clean, and it goes straight back to the point. But the beauty of it is, so we've got Joe taking his man. He's coming back towards the near post. Dave is guarding number 21 here, and he's going to slowly drift back to his post and guard the back door. Andrew is in between the center and the net, so he's playing on him. We got Eric, who's going out to that point no matter what the face-off result is. So he's got pressure on that guy already. And then you've got Rob, who reads that we lose the face-off, and he's going towards the center, or the right point. So the main thing is Rob has to read either way. If we win, he goes one way. If you lose, you go the other way. So as you see here, Eric's got pressure, so that point has to take a quick shot through about 4 guys and we've got numbers down low, 3 on 2. So we're able to pick up this rebound that Brandon leaves for us. And because we've got the wingers already up high playing the points, that clear goes straight to Rob, it goes straight to Eric, and we've got numbers on a breakout. And so we really had to make one save, and we cleared the zone on a lost face-off. This time we've got Andrew on the face-off, we've got Rob on the inside, Eric's going to be out left once he gets there, Gary and Dave. So obviously we've got our left-handed guy on the right side, so he has easier access to the puck when it's won. So Andrew ends up winning this draw. So Gary has man on him already because we wanted into his feet. So he wasn't able to win it or rim it too hard. So Eric's already doing a good job of coming back to pick up a slower rim this time. As you can see, Rob kind of delayed. He didn't get out to the point just yet. So luckily Gary was able to clear that behind the zone. Andrew is watching the puck a little, and Dave's got his guy, so that's good. So now Rob starts to head up towards the point. Andrew gets into position here. We've got Dave. He's in position in front, and Gary is coming up the backside. So we still mostly have enough numbers, and there's enough open ice where we shouldn't turn it over from there. So he's able to get a pass out to Rob, and Rob will eventually get it up to Andrew. So not the cleanest breakout, but we're still out of the zone, which is the main thing out of these faceoffs. Okay, so here we've got Andrew's line out again. We've got Dave, and then we have Eric, new Eric, out on the far side. So we lose this faceoff, but it actually turns out perfect because of the way this play works out. So a pretty clean loss by Andrew to the point, but everyone's starting to get in position. Andrew, well, he took the guy's stick out, so he doesn't have to worry about the center. Eric had booked it out to the point, and so because number 9 over here on the team Guinness took his time getting it back to the point, this is how this goes sour for them. So we have Rob, he's watching the play, he's reading it, so obviously we didn't win, so we didn't get to the boards. We got new Eric over here, he's coming towards the post. Dave is hanging back, making sure we've got somebody behind in case this doesn't work out. So anyway, Eric's able to intercept their little chip pass, and he's able to get it past their big defenseman, and all of a sudden now we've got a 3-on-1 going the other way. And that was all because we got the left wing to that far point as quick as we could, and they had a clean win, and look at that now, it's a 3-on-1. And the end of this play, Eric hits the post, and then they blew an early whistle, but still, I mean, a 3-on-1 out of a lost face-off. All right, so this time we've got me, Bob, Scott, and Joe and Gary are on D. So we've got another face-off on the left side. Same play as before. So this ends up being a 1 face-off, pretty clean. Joe gets into the corner. Right away, we've got a couple things that went wrong. Joe did his job. Scott's on the boards. Bob is starting to get out to the point there. He actually takes more of a circular route. And I'm slowly getting to this point. The only person a little out of place is Gary, kind of wanders out to the point. So remember, this inside D needs to be worried about this winger, the guy sitting in the slot right now, and then also mostly worrying about the post. I mean, a lot of things could happen on the boards, as you'll see later on, where we could fall, we could turn it over, and this guy's coming out to there too. So if we don't have anybody down low, it's an easy unguarded shot. So as this play goes on, Scott does pick it up cleanly. So now he's got me a little too high, but I'm still able to get a short breakout pass. Bob's a little late to get to his spot, but Scott is also drawing 2 players to him. So all of a sudden, we've got Joe coming to his post. He's in position. Bob's going out high. I'm staying a little low. So right now, I mean, it works out with Gary being out by the point that we have 3-on-2 up high. So Scott does the smart thing. He doesn't have a clean pass to either of us, so he chips it up the boards here. So we've got, it was a little hot, but Bob actually beats their guy to the puck because Bob can skate that way. So not like we drew it up. It worked out because it was a clean win, and we were able to get a good pass from Joe to Scott on the boards and break it out, but we really can't lose the D drifting off like that. We'll watch it one more time all the way through. Alright, so this time we've got my line again with Bob, Scott, Sean, and Gary are out there. So the face-off isn't a clean win. There's no way to get it to Sean on the corner, so I throw it behind the net. We've got Scott getting out to the point because it's still a 1 face-off. Bob is getting to his part. This time Gary stays home. So now, obviously, Sean is under pressure here in the corner, although all you can see is his foot. I need to probably be in better position in front of this center. As I'm watching, Bob will be getting to that point and, taking the pass along the boards. If this turns into a defensive position, Scott will get over towards the weak side point man. So we're still matched numbers 3-3 down low, so it's not too bad. So Gary takes the near post, which means eventually, hopefully, if this goes on prolonged, that we end up with D on both sides, but he's got a line. Sean has the puck right now, so he's got a line on, any pass to the slot, and then I've slowly moved into position. So it gets up to Bob. but he's got a man on him, and we are not able to get it out. But because most of us are in position, we're not. It's not a bad turnover to have, and obviously we didn't give up a goal here. So by the time they get the puck again, we have left this guy a little too alone in front. I think we're gonna have to keep working on that, where a lot of our players start watching the puck, and then as it starts to go out of the zone, everyone starts to slowly drift out of the zone. It's not just Gary or Sean or anybody on the ice right now; it was everybody. Um, but kind of make sure we clean up our end before we leave. So, obviously this didn't work out too badly. All right, so this time we've got Mike, Taylor, and Sean with Dave and Gary out there. So Dave's on the boards. So this one is just more of a tie-up, kind of nobody wins or loses. So Taylor, as you can see, number 96 is heading out to the point, which is what that inside wing will always do, win or lose. Sean right now, you can't tell if we won or lost, so he hasn't moved yet, which is okay. I guess in theory, if it's a tie, we might want to drift towards the point just in case, and we can always get back to the boards. So right here, it looks like Dave is going to pick up a loose puck and whack it out of the zone or something, and Mike does what he's supposed to do, and he wins it back into the corner. Of course, no one's there by then. So it starts to get a little out of shape. So now we got this guy who picked up the cycle down in the corner, and we've left this guy in the slot alone, which any pass that, if a pass had gotten through, it would have been an easy chance. Luckily, he hits the side of the goalpost, and we're able to clean it up from there. I guess this is just how this kind of worked out. It was kind of a weird bouncing puck. Dave got a little too high to try to help out. Mike's in good position here. Gary's stuck in a hard place where he's got to pick between the puck carrier or the pass. And Sean has to give up his point to try to help out too. So that bounces off the net. We're able to corral it. Mike's able to get it off the boards, and then Dave kind of just bulldozes it out of the zone eventually. So I think we ended up scoring on that play. All right, this one, it would be an example of everything going right, but it's still hockey, so it ended up in an icing. So we've got everyone in position here. It's Mike's line. We got Dave and Sean Connolly out there. So Mike is able to win it pretty clean back, and then Brandon gets involved in a good way. So you'll see. So he wins it clean back on his backhand. So it's not in the corner, but luckily Brandon is able to kind of steer it so it's in a better position for Dave to get a good rim on. And so we've got Sean getting towards the boards. We've got Taylor heading out to the point. Other Sean Connolly is watching this guy in the Guinness jersey, and then Mike is in between the center and the boards. So we're in good position after a win. And it wasn't too bad of a play. Dave just hit it a little too hard around the boards. It's going to take some time to get the timing down for everybody. Then it went for an icing, but everyone's still in a good position. Mike, as you see here, is in a good supporting position. Taylor is right out there for a breakout. If we'd been able to get a pass connected around the rim, but that's the beauty of this play, is that if we mess up and make a bad pass around the thing, the worst thing that happens is it gets out of the zone. There's very little chance that other point man on their team will get to the boards in time to keep it in the zone. So, it's just going to take a little more time, and obviously we don't have practice, so it's going to take repetitions to kind of get the touchdown. All right, so obviously we iced the pucks, so we're here again. This time, though, we have Dave still out there, and Joe is out there. Still Mike's line. So it's a win where we get the puck behind our net. Same exact thing as before, but Dave and Sean have some chemistry to work out still, looks like, as you'll see here. So right here, Sean is headed towards the boards, where you're supposed to be. Taylor will be drifting out for a pass. Mike is heading to his spot. Because it wasn't a clean win, Joe is trying to help pick somebody out. Luckily, we don't have any pressure on Dave here, so there's no risk of the guy in the slot in front getting a pass. And then you can just watch what happens here. Okay, so we got another one with Mike. We got Dave out there again. In 83, we got the new Eric. So we got Mike's line out here. It's not a clean win, but everyone's kind of headed towards position. As you can see by now, Sean is starting to cheat a little more to the boards to catch Dave's fastballs when we win the face-off. Taylor's heading to his spot. Mike is playing center, which is good. And then we've got new Eric. He's got his head on that's their left winger. So he's making sure that guy isn't going to get open. We've got Dave. So Dave did the smart thing here. It wasn't a clean win. So this time, unlike that other one where he drifted out towards the point, he starts heading back towards our post. So that helps later on because now Mike has the puck, and so he's got Sean wide open over here if he wants to come back a little and go around. So here this guy puts in a little good pressure and he isn't able to get that pass off. So by now we've got Eric. He's in good position right here because now and Dave got a little high again, so we'll work on keeping him lower. We've got Taylor's on his wing, and Sean is near that point, so he'll be able to guard that guy. So, naturally, we're trying to play a box +1 eventually when we play real defense. We didn't have to do a lot of it this game. So, Mike is currently in the corner playing the puck, so Dave should be down in the lower quadrant, and we've got the other quadrants all guarded. Now he's still skating around with it, and he's working hard. Dave's going to get back. So Dave made it back now, so we're a little better position. And now Mike has fought off the forechecker, and he's going to get it up to Taylor, and eventually we'll get it out of the zone.